Hi, everybody, and welcome to the first iteration of the Sound of AI Accelerator's Demo Day. I'm Valerio Velardo. I'm going to be your host for today's session, and I'm also the director of the Sound of AI Accelerator. Before we get into the pitch presentations, I just want to give you a little bit of a presentation about what you're going to see tonight, and also a little bit of information about the Sound of AI Accelerator and how it came into being. So let's get started with a little bit of information about the Sound of AI. Well, the Sound of AI is the largest audio and music AI ecosystem that you can find online. And it all started in 2019, where I started this YouTube channel called, The Sound of AI, where I was sharing my passion for music, artificial intelligence, and all things audio and digital signal processing. After a while, I saw that there was some interest from the community. And so I decided to just branch out from the YouTube channel, and the Sound of AI Slack community was created. And now we have almost 8,000 people who are super friendly and super committed to all things music and audio AI. And through this community, we've done a lot of initiatives. And I'm going to talk a little bit about this in a second. But the Sound of AI also branched out into some business activities. And as you can see, it is a lot of things. And this is why we call it an ecosystem. So the Sound of AI Consulting is our sort of consulting branch where we do R&D and we build products for music, tech, and audio tech startups with a focus on artificial intelligence applied to music, audio, and speech. On top of that, we also provide recruitment to audio tech and music tech companies, getting talent, music AI talent directly from our community. But as I said, we also did a lot of initiatives with the community, one of which we did last year, the Sound of AI Hackathon. This was a blast, really. We had more than 100 people who participated in this music AI, voice AI hackathon, and we had more than 30 projects. While we were doing this, we were doing also something else, and that is called the Open Source Research Project. So this was a massive research project, crowdsourced, with more than 150 people from the community participating in it from all over the world, with all different kinds of expertise and backgrounds. And we built, in the end, an AI-powered music synthesizer. And the cool thing is that we also worked together on a paper that we published in the most prestigious generative music conference. And the cool thing that you can see here is the author. Usually there you would see people names, right? But this is one of the first cases where you have a community that's the author. So this has been a tremendous effort, and it's been fantastic. So after doing these initiatives, we thought with Fernando, how can we bring this community to the next step and help them even more? And that's when we decided that we wanted to create a startup accelerator. That's a 12-week program, and that is the Sound of AI Accelerator. And we drew on my experience building startups and leading startups, as well as on my network of contacts in audio tech and music tech, as well as on my experience building products here. And we put together this accelerator. And you may think, but aren't there a lot of other music tech accelerators or audio tech accelerators out there? Well, yeah, that's the case. But we are unique in that we focus on a particular niche, and that is the intersection of all things music, audio, voice, and artificial intelligence. We are super laser focused on this. And another thing that distinguishes us from the rest is the fact that we start from individuals. We don't incubate already formed startup companies, but rather we start from individuals, from wannabe entrepreneurs. And we do this because we want to cater to our community, where we have a ton of super talented music AI people who want to start their startups, but perhaps they just don't have the necessary skills and connection to start that. And so through the accelerator, our goal is that of giving them the necessary technical vertical knowledge, as well as all the startup knowledge, business knowledge that they need to create successful audio AI startups. On top of them, we connect them with the most important players in audio tech and music tech through our network, and we provide them with plenty of guidance. And So in the end, what the people we got into this first iteration of the accelerator were super talented people. You have a ton of technical people like music AI engineers, AI researchers, data scientists, developers, but also people on the other side of the moon, that is like music business people or product people. And our ultimate goal, and I can just like deliver this message with an analogy, is that of like getting like these people who are super talented, but they may not have those necessary skills and understanding of the startup world. So they are a sort of young Goku, if you will, and through the program, transform them into Super Saiyan Goku by giving them all these extra powers, that is like how to create startups, how to be effective at doing that, and in the meantime, giving them the necessary connections to do that. So what is the approach that we use to let people grow in this way? Well, we tend to use a quite brutal approach, and this is a perfect analogy for it. So we give participants all the necessary skills, all the initial tools that they need, and then we throw them in the real world. We throw them on a road directly, and they have to overcome a ton of challenges directly on the road. And that is finding the right co-founders, finding the right or an ideal business idea to go after while they build an MVP, they talk to customers, and they try to create the best pitch possible to sell their company idea at in the best manner possible. Now, the cool thing about this is that it actually worked out like quite well, and I'm super proud about all the participants that we've had and their fantastic improvement over time. And I'm super proud of the startups that they've built and all the sort of like failures and successes that they've had during this initial 3 months. So we're super happy to know that we had a lot of people who wanted to join the first iteration of the Sound of AI Accelerator. So we had more than 170 applications. We selected 28 entrepreneurs, which formed 10 startups. And of course, tonight you're going to hear from these startups, their pitch presentations. Participants come from all over the world. And one of the reasons is because the Startup Accelerator is online. And this diversity is just fantastic for us. And we're happy to say that we have 14 countries represented from 4 different continents. And this is the group of people. These are the amazing participants that we've had in this first iteration. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank all of them. They've done an amazing path, and it's been a very intense path. So we are super proud of each one of you. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a privilege to help you with starting off your startups. Okay, but what about the program itself? Well, it is divided into 3 different phases. So the first phase was all about preparation. So participants went to startup school, and they also had to network a lot in order to find the right co-founders, create a startup team, and then identify an initial business idea. The bulk of the program is phase 2, which is called build, where not surprisingly, they would build an MVP. On top of that, they would do a ton of customer discovery and try to create a pitch week after week and master the skills like of creating an effective pitch. And now we are at the climax of phase 3, which is showcasing what they've done, the startups have done throughout this 3 months. And that is Demo Day. It's pitching investors. Companies have had tremendous values from our mentors, and mentors are leaders. We had 48 leaders in audio tech and music tech. These people are founders, they are researchers, they are music AI engineers, they are music business people, managers, professionals, and investors as well. So it's been fantastic to have you help like these companies. And without you folks, mentors, and I know that many of you are here today, the Sound of AI Accelerator wouldn't have been possible. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. During the program, mentors were so kind also to have mentor talks. We interviewed them and they gave keynote talks, and this provided participants with a ton of value and firsthand experience in this fascinating but very hard to crack vertical that is audio tech and music tech. We also partnered up with the best Music AI university departments and research institutions all over the world, just to name a few: Music Technology Group at University Pompeu Fabra in Barcelona, Center for Digital Music at Queen Mary University of London, and Music Technology at Georgia Institute of Technology. So again, thank you so much to all the professors who've believed in this project and wanted to collaborate with us. Now, you may be wondering, but why a startup accelerator has such a connection with academia? Well, the reason is that we want to position the Sound of AI Accelerator as the main platform where music, audio, and voice AI innovation happens. We want to have startups, investors, academics, and people from the industry all talking together, all being together and interacting in order to innovate together. And we want for the Sound of AI Accelerator to be this place where all of these different people coming from very different backgrounds can meet and collaborate together. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Amazon AWS because they allowed us to be an AWS Activate partner. So through AWS Activate, our portfolio companies were granted $25,000 in AWS cloud credits. So thank you so much for helping us with this. It's fantastic. And what's one of the coolest things about this accelerator? Well, the first iteration of the accelerator has been completely free. We haven't taken any equity from the companies, nor we have charged any fees. And you would think, but why would you do that? Well, the reason is because we are super passionate about this. And also, second reason is that for us, this first iteration of Sound of AI Accelerator has been a sort of pilot project, and we wanted to take that risk upon our shoulders only. So, but the results have been fantastic, really overwhelming. So we had an amazing feedback from participants, obviously, and also we've witnessed these companies like came into being, and we helped them shape, hopefully like we helped them shape and grow. And there's like exponential growth both for the companies and the participants has been a privilege to witness. And so because of that, we've decided that the Sound of AI Accelerator is going to happen on a yearly basis, and we want to make it financially stable. So we're going to look for sponsorships in the audio tech and music tech industry. So if you are interested in partnering up, collaborating with us, just like shoot me an email and we'll talk. The Sound of AI Accelerator wouldn't be possible without my amazing team. Fernando is the assistant director and he's in charge of daily operations, while Simone is in charge of marketing and communication. So I hope I haven't bored you to death so far, but now let me tell you how tonight's session is going to unfold. We're going to have like two parts to this session. Well, the pitch presentations is going to be 5 minutes per pitch, and it's going to last more or less like 75, 80 minutes, like the whole first part. And then we're going to move to the networking part where you can ask questions directly to the companies and interact on a one-to-one basis, well, on a one-to-team basis, if you will, with the founders. And the networking session, of course, it's not going to be here on Zoom, but rather on the Sound of AI Accelerator Discord server. I'm going to give you instructions on how to join this server and how to interact with the companies later at the end of this first part, that is the presentation. So without any further ado, I want to start demo day and the presentations. And I promise you, you're going to hear some amazing, outstanding pitches. And we'll get started from MusicMind. Gustavo, it's your turn. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Valerio. Let me pull up my screen. Okay. Hey, everyone. I'm Gustavo, and I'm a co-founder and CEO at MusicMind. We're here to empower catalog owners to search their music faster with custom tagging. I want to start off by telling you a little bit about Jane. She's a music supervisor at a big music publisher such as Warner Chappell or Universal Production Music. Her job is to select the right music for different projects, such as movies or TV series. And to find the right tracks on their catalog, Jane relies on tags such as genre, mood, and tempo. A big production studio contacts her company to get music for a new TV series that's set on 19th century Vienna. They're looking for waltzes in the late Romantic style that sound a little bit like this. Well, her company recently decided to try an auto tagging product that produces tags using AI. So she went ahead and tried to use some of these tags, but some things went wrong. The first one is that the romantic tag actually refers to love songs and not the historical period. So she has to settle with using a general classical music tag instead. And of course, there are no tags for a late period romanticism. So she has to settle with inputting a year range manually. What she gets as results sound nothing like the type of music she's after. Let me just show you one of them. This is a piece by Arnold Schoenberg, and note that it does fit all the criteria above, but it doesn't really sound like anything what she was trying to achieve. This is a story we heard time and again in the industry. While automation is a great step forward for efficiency, the current products in the market often overlook an important fact, which is music tagging is not a one-size-fits-all solution. All music catalog owners have their own standards and definitions for moods and genres. That's exactly why we're building MusicMind. Our vision is to be the go-to platform for fully customizable tagging so that catalog owners can search their music faster. Let's have a quick overview of how our product can help catalog owners and their employees, such as Jane. After a company uploads their catalog through a web app or through an API, our engine will then learn the implied logic from any tags that were already present in the catalog and then tag other songs accordingly. So if Jane's catalog already had some tracks tagged as romantic waltzes, MusicMind will learn from that and then tag other tracks with that information. With that, Jane can search the catalog and find new songs through language she understands and she agrees with. And not only that, but Jane or any other people in the company can improve the tagging with a couple of clicks, and that will be incorporated into our model in real time. This is what sets us apart from the competition. The auto tagging solutions that are available in the market right now, while they offer a wide set of features, none of them combine automatic customization, learning from user feedback, and are specialized in the production music market like we are. We will offer plans that will work all the way from small catalog owners such as specialized sound branding companies to big music providers such as Sony. And for our market, we're targeting a sum of around $140 million, which corresponds to production music tagging. Our early adopters are catalog owners that have a strong need for customization, such as sound branding companies. And our long-term vision is to expand our market even outside of production music and target a $2 billion TAM for all catalog music tagging. We're currently raising $200,000 to start our operation, and that's going to be used over the next year to develop our product, to invest in our infra and cloud services, and also to fund our day-to-day operations. Now, going over the amazing group of people I'm lucky to have on my side, Alexandra is our Chief Product Officer. She has a solid background in stats and data science at Berkeley and has an extensive experience creating data-driven products at Deloitte. Herman is our CTO and a tech wizard. He's a Pompeu Fabra University's alumni, and he holds a PhD in music computing and has worked for a generative AI audio platform. As for myself, I've worked for the last 6 years at Meta as a data analyst, and I've supported different areas ranging from sales and media partnerships to video recommendation products such as Newsfeed, Reels, and Facebook Watch. What unites us is our passion to use technology to help people like Jane and make great music discoverable. We believe that there's a huge opportunity to be grabbed here. So if you want to join us on our mission or have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Again, my name is Gustavo, and we're MusicMind. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Gustavo and MusicMind. So we'll move on to Sonic Sentry, Oscar. it's your turn.
Good morning, good afternoon to all of you. I'm Oscar Friedman, CEO at Sonic Sentry, where we are preventing industrial equipment downtime using audio and AI. And we've chosen to focus on this problem of industrial downtime because it's absolutely massive. The average manufacturer is facing 15 hours every week in equipment-related downtime. One of my good friends and one of our customers, he's the CEO of a soap factory, told us every minute his manufacturing line goes down, he's losing $2,000. And the reason for all this downtime is reactive maintenance. That means waiting for a component or a machine to break before you fix it. And right now, 46% of equipment maintenance is reactive. That results in about $120 billion lost annually in aggregate. Now, the right way to go about maintenance in a factory is predictive maintenance. That means using data and model to anticipate when a machine or component is likely to fail. And manufacturers who switch from reactive to predictive maintenance get about 3.5 less times equipment downtime. That's exactly what we do at Sonic Sentry. We're an audio AI predictive maintenance platform for manufacturers. At this point, I know some of you are wondering, why are we using audio for this job? There's tons of sensors out there, temperature sensors, tons of stuff. And let me give you the example of a bearing, a common component in many of these machines we see in factories. Now, as a bearing starts to wear, actually the first thing you hear is a slight change in the sound. After that, that bearing starts to heat up, your temperature sensor is out of range. After that, the machine starts to vibrate, your vibration sensor goes off. After that, your power draw sensor goes up as that machine becomes inefficient. But this is true not just of bearings, but other mechanical components. Look, the audio was the first and earliest sign of failure. That's exactly what we are listening for at Sonic Sentry. Our solution is a web dashboard and mobile app, human-in-the-loop AI model, and a fleet of IoT audio sensors. What our customer sees is an easy installation that their mechanics can perform themselves, immediately useful real-time alerts and analytics on their manufacturing lines, and finally, mechanics at our customer factory rate our predictions in order to improve their accuracy. And this here is precisely our unfair advantage over the competition. Using this rating system, we're actually building the knowledge of expert mechanics into our AI from day one. Let's compare that to how the competitors do it. The established players in this game, Microsoft, Google, take a contract-like approach. They hire PhD vibration analysts, PhD mechanical engineers, but none of those people have ever set foot in the factories they're serving. We're betting that the mechanic who has serviced this machine in this particular factory, often for decades, is much better suited to hear the minute difference between a healthy and malfunctioning machine. This strategy of leveraging expert mechanical knowledge is going to build us a better and more accurate predictive maintenance platform. Now, using our predictive maintenance platform, we had aimed to address the $9 billion global predictive maintenance market. About half of that can be solved with acoustic and vibration-based sensors. And our beachhead market is manufacturers with off-site mechanics that are sick of commuting to their job sites because of false alarms. We currently have 2 active 3-month pilot projects. These are regional contract manufacturers in the Midwestern United States. They have about $40 to $80 million yearly revenue, and we do have interest generated from a third. Our business model is a simple yearly subscription of $5,000 per machine. And if you pay attention to one thing in this presentation, pay attention to this. Our team is our biggest asset. Kevin Weingarten, our CBO, comes from a long line of manufacturers in Kansas City. He is the perfect person to speak with our customers. Asa Dutton is a career developer at AWS. He previously spent 20 years there, and he is the perfect person to build an IoT edge, web dashboard, and machine learning infrastructure that's both scalable and secure. As for myself, I am an audio AI researcher with a background in quantum physics simulations, and what I bring is the latest and greatest in audio anomaly detection and classification algorithms. Currently, we're raising $500,000 of pre-seed funding, and that is to scale our product into 100 paying customers. That means we collect data at each of their factories and continuously improve our AI models to the level that they will be competitive in the marketplace. I want to leave you with one final anecdote from another customer. This customer actually purchased an airplane for the sole purpose of flying a mechanic to his factory just 30 minutes faster than over driving. If you think about a factory who's willing to spend that kind of money on a plane, you start to understand just how critical the market need for our product is. And with that, I want to thank you for your time. Please feel free to send me an email, oscar@soniccentury.io, or schedule a meeting with me. I look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks a lot, Oscar and Sonic Century. We'll move on to AI sound engineer. Anish, it's your turn.
Thank you, Valerio. All right. Hey, everybody, I'm Anish, and today I'd like to present AI Sound Engineer, where we create royalty-free soundtracks that shape customer behavior and optimize business performance. Now, I'd like to start off with a short story. This is Fred, and Fred recently opened up his own coffee shop in New York City. As Fred began to see ways he could play music in his shop, he soon discovered how much of a headache copyright music was for his business. Now, we're all used to hearing music played in stores, but what you may not know is that it's not as easy as just pulling up Spotify on your phone. You need to have the rights to play certain songs, or you risk paying a lot in royalty payments. All of these risks and costly fees could potentially put Fred's shop out of business. So even when Fred was able to find royalty-free music, he really struggled to pick songs that matched both his venue and his crowd. This disconnect resulted in Fred's business struggling and eventually having to shut down, crushing his lifelong dream. So while this may be a trivial example, it does represent a larger issue that businesses do face when it comes to background music for their stores. For one, copyrighted music exposes businesses to legal risks, and these can have expensive consequences. Additionally, traditional music played by managers doesn't really do anything to effectively influence customer behavior. And while this may sound like a minor gripe, the impact can be substantial. I want to take a look at a study here. This famous study experimented with songs at various tempos in a grocery store to see its effect on customer behavior. And what they found is that playing slow music led to a massive increase in time spent in the store, as well as a significant increase of about 32% in product sales. Now, I want to move on to the last problem. It's just time consuming. Manual playlist management is tedious, and business owners want to be running their business, not scrolling through playlists and trying to find out which song should come next. As such, we came up with a solution. AI Sound Engineer presents royalty-free soundtracks that shape customer behavior and optimize business performance, all through a mobile app. So we do this by firstly using AI-generated music, and this empowers businesses with unique, non-copyrighted music. First, we understand the vibe of a business, and based on selected characteristics, we can create one-of-a-kind tracks that fit whatever ambience a business desires. Also, all of our music is also behavior-driven, and this has the goal of effectively influencing customer behavior. So let's take a step back and look at Fred's shop again. For Fred's coffee shop, he may want something that's chill and relaxing and encourages customers to stay for a while, but just not for too long. He still wants fast turnover times so that once someone's done drinking their coffee, they can make room for more potential customers. Finally, our product is streamlined and automated, with all of its functionality operating through our mobile app. So this is what our app looks like. And firstly, at the top right here, we have our text to music input. And text to music allows managers to pretty much type whatever they want or whatever type of music they want or whatever they think would fit their setting. And our model will essentially produce that as music. Then on the left here, we have our intensity level. And with this, you can adjust the music in real time through a blend of tempo, timbre, and instrumentation. And this is what really drives the behavioral aspect of our product. Finally, at the bottom here, we have an option to save mixes for future use. So if there's a particular day where a business really likes what's being played, they can essentially save it as a station, and they can replicate similar types of songs in the future. Now, I want to take a look at market size. Our TAM is about $5 billion, and here we're looking at the global royalty-free music market as a whole. Our SAM is $1 billion, and here we're focusing on high-traffic metropolitan areas, or specifically businesses in these areas that have a lot of foot traffic coming in and out. Finally, our SOM is $100 million. And here we're looking at tech-savvy businesses that really hope to leverage modern technology. Sorry. Looking at competition now, like all of our current competitors, all of our music is royalty-free, but unlike our competitors, this isn't what brings our value as a business. Instead, it's one, our ability to drive behavior of the customers in a business, and additionally, our ability to respond to human traffic. And what makes us special with this is that we can actually impact a merchant's venue and their revenue as a whole, and ultimately have an effect on their bottom line. And this is something that our competitors can't say they can do. Now, I want to take a look at the best part of our business, our team. Joseph is our CEO. He's a musician and founder of LiveLoop, a startup in the music production space. He has a background in live electronics and engineering. I'm Anish, our COO. I'm a DJ and music producer with a background in CS and philosophy from Duke. Finally, Everin is our CTO. He is a data scientist with a PhD in computational neuroscience. Today, we're here seeking $200,000 in pre-seed funding. Most of this will go towards R&D. We really want to build a robust product that delivers on this promise we're offering here. The rest will go towards operations to help sustain the business. We'd like to bring an additional engineer on board and additionally be able to dedicate ourselves full-time to this venture. Once again, we are AI Sound Engineer, and we create royalty-free soundtracks that shape customer behavior and optimize business performance. I love to chat about this. You can reach out to me at anish@soundengineer.ai. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Anish, an AI Sound Engineer. We'll move on to Data Mixer, Radu. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Radu Deac. I'm the CEO of Data Mixer, and we provide licensed audio data sets to AI companies. Now, currently, ongoing lawsuits are targeting major AI players in a bid to create the legal framework for a flood of potential litigation cases. Basically, AI companies are at high risk of copyright infringement as the fair use argument does not hold valid anymore. Now, uncertainty in business is not something new, and while AI regulation remains unclear, due diligence is crucial for business owners. Of course, these are general problems that apply across the spectrum. As a first step, we will focus specifically on music. Now, we know that music AI companies need access to licensed data sets to avoid copyright claims. At the same time, we know that they also need quality and quantity to get the best results. Think in millions of hours of studio quality music. Now, this is where we come in, enabling companies to legally obtain all the music they need, and at the same time, helping copyright owners to access a new kind of revenue stream. Thus, our first mission at Data Mixer is to provide on-demand licensed AI-ready music datasets to AI companies. Now, we do this by sourcing studio quality music data from our suppliers, the copyright owners. Our licensing process gives musicians the option to choose which data features they want to share. On the client side, AI companies can access and request custom datasets from multiple music catalogs, can choose the license type they need, and can request processing services all through our web app and API. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present our amazing team. Jacopo, our CTO based in Milano, is a machine learning engineer and music producer with professional experience in building and launching smart virtual instruments and advanced audio-visual installations, as well as having hands-on audio AI experience in high-tech companies. Simone, our chief of data, is based in Berlin, and with his expertise as a data engineer, web platform creator, and certified cloud architect, he empowers us to build robust and secure data platforms. His professional experience in corporate data management and online music broadcasting ensures that we can handle large volumes of music data while prioritizing security and scalability. As for myself, I'm based in Lisbon. I have a master's degree in philosophy, and I'm fortunate to have gained 15 years of startup, corporate, and non-profit experience, working as a cultural and project manager and as a music artist and producer throughout Europe, the UK, and South America. Now, this has provided me with an international network and first-hand experience related to business development, music and copyright management, and the entertainment industry. Our combined skills and global connections with music makers and AI startups enable us to forge successful relationships and partnerships and widen our reach, making us the best team to drive forward this kind of business. Now, our TAM is $25 billion, and our SAM is the AI training dataset market, which is valued at $2.5 billion, with a growth rate of 17% per year. Currently, we're focused on a segment of the generative music market, which we estimated at $100 million, and we're targeting generative AI music startups as early adopters. With regard to competition, our specific focus on music licensing, data mining, and processing for AI systems sets us apart from traditional providers. We take away the bureaucratic pain related to copyright. We speak the same technical language as our clients and the same artistic language as our suppliers. In terms of revenue, we generate income through B2B direct sales. We charge per volume and catalog value, processing requirements, and license type. I'm pleased to report that we've initiated our first pilot projects and closed multiple supply partnerships. We've completed our first order on June 1st, and we have 2 ongoing projects confirming our market fit and timing. Our current strategy is to onboard a large number of independent suppliers and to engage in a variety of applied use cases to further confirm our business case and scalability. Currently, we're seeking to raise $200,000 to cover operational costs for the first year. This funding will be allocated towards catalog development, cloud infrastructure, and company and legal setup. At DataMixer, we strive to enable the future of music AI by creating value for musicians and developers alike. If you are interested in our product, feel free to reach out and we'll schedule a demo session. My name is Radu Deac. Thank you for your attention.
Thanks a lot, Radu. We'll move on to Soundwise. Anna, it's your turn.
A second.
Hello, I'm Anna from Soundwise, and we help people communicate better. According to statistics, communication disorders are common and can even affect up to 10% of Americans. But the impact of these disorders goes beyond individual struggles. These disorders cost almost $190 billion annually, and this financial burden includes expenses related to healthcare, therapeutic services, special education, and reduced workforce productivity. We decided to take a closer look at the situation and asked professionals, speech therapists, about the most common problems at their work. Here is what came up most often: lacking or too slow progress between sessions, and difficulty in maintaining regularity and remembering exercises. Patients may feel demotivated, and without proper practice and feedback, progress can be slow or even stagnate. This results in frustration, diminished confidence, and a prolonged dependency on therapy. And significantly longer therapy processes lead to a situation where there are not enough speech therapists for everyone in need. All the professionals we interviewed agreed that there is a great need to improve the effectiveness of speech therapy. We decided to address these problems and, with the help of new technologies such as artificial intelligence, create a solution that would help achieve better results in the therapeutic process. Soundwise, AI-powered personal speech therapy coach designed to support both speech therapists and their patients. It serves as a motivational tool throughout therapeutic journey, providing encouragement and recognizing the progress made by the patient. So how does our solution work? Therapists use our mobile app to record patient performance during therapy sessions. This includes capturing voice samples, which serve as input for our AI model. Based analysis, our system generates a result space that provides valuable insights into the patient's strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement. This information enables therapists to personalize the subsequent exercise according to the specific needs and goals of each patient. Our solution goes beyond traditional speech therapy approaches by incorporating elements of gamification, making the therapy process fun and engaging. Exercises are carefully designed to stimulate the patient's interest and motivation. This approach leads to faster results and skill development, and reducing the duration of the therapy decreases its cost. As of 2021, the global market size for speech therapy was estimated at $10 billion. It is anticipated to expand significantly and reach $17 billion by 2031. The market is experiencing notable growth, and there are already companies that work in this area. However, our unique proposition lies in our dedication, providing solutions specifically tailored for the medical sector, with the goal to becoming a recognized medical solution. We aim to offer specialized features such as voice analysis, personalization, gamification, and moreover, we don't need additional devices. Our business model includes 3 modules: user, demo option, professional, and business mode. And our team is a combination of unique talents and expertise that complement each other. We teamed up based on our common interest in health, therapy, and well-being, and it was a blast. Enrico is our CTO, a software developer. He is a PhD holder in applied mathematics, audio rendering from complex algorithms. He has also a psychological background with experience in the field of development disorders. Chiara is our CDO, an audio AI-focused data scientist with a strong background in statistical analysis for business and social data. She is also skilled in generative music and composition. I am a sound engineer and with a strong pedagogical background in music and Rhythmics method. I also have an experience and knowledge of building and running startups in healthcare industry. We are seeking funding of $300,000 for a 1-year development plan, which includes research, database building, and product development. As a SoundsWise, with our AI personalized speech therapy assistant, we want to help people communicate better. If you are interested in our idea, please contact us.
Thanks a lot, Anna. We'll move on to StarChild. Brian, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Brian, CEO of StarChild. During my career in music, I worked with artists from Alan Aldridge, Maya Angelou, Dave Brubeck, French Montana, to Neo, to even doing some music for Disney's Ice Age. I'd like to start by talking about one of those artists I've worked with, my good friend Danye. So meet Danye. Danye is a trailblazer in the world of music. He's Grammy-nominated, award-winning music producer and independent artist. You've probably heard Danye's work. It's been heard by hundreds of millions of people all over the world. Danye writes and produces music for the top entertainers in the world, including Chris Brown in the music industry and Netflix in the film industry. Though Danye's work as a writer and producer has been heard by millions, as an independent artist, Danye struggles to reach the same level of engagement with his fans from his albums as he does from performing on stage. The landscape isn't level. It's an uphill battle for visibility. Service providers like Spotify favor signed superstars while capping independent artist streams. And without label partnerships, talented independents like Danye fight for attention. So let's look at Danye's albums, where he's always pushing his craft. Each one tells a unique story. And what if we could add another dimension to this story? What if we could turn this static musical canvas into a dynamic interactive journey where each listener shapes their own experience? Yes, the album is ready to evolve, and the key is interaction. We're at a moment where technology and creativity meet, yet we've barely scratched the surface of responsive music. It's time to redefine how we connect with music. And now I'd like to introduce StarChild. Now imagine a song that adapts to your vibe, your energy. StarChild turns that into a reality with one control. Swipe up or down to control the energy, and left or right to control the effects. Now, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek of what we've been working on.
Where did you run off to? Hey, Lola, I need you, babe. Yeah, I let you get away like I didn't know what I had. Hey, ooh, when I think about you, baby, make me say. Yeah.
So Donye's albums will be incorporated into an interactive, personalized musical persona. Users on the app will collaborate with Donye as an interactive artist. Today, with a swipe of a finger. Now, let's imagine conducting your favorite songs with a wave or carrying on a musical conversation, collaborating with a virtual artist. We're aiming to amplify fan engagement by 100-fold. Picture this, each listener curating their own unique version of the album, cherishing and sharing their personalized musical creations. These are their star childs. Artists like Donye get to accompany their fans on this journey, witnessing their artistic interpretations of his album. It's like Donye is performing live for each fan, and they're shaping the concert in real time. That's the transformative power of Starchild. Our users straddle the rapidly emerging space between listening and creation. And for this reason, as we look at competitors, we need to include indirect competitors like streaming services or pure creation tools to understand the white space open for our niche. We've got our sights set on the most engaged listeners. Reports show playlist creators make up about 12% of users in the US. That's our most engaged listener sweet spot, our obtainable market of 1.74 billion. So this is our amazing team. I'm Brian. I'm a multi-instrumentalist, composer, and writer of interactive musicals, creator of musical AR experiences, and I have a passion for technology that matches my passion for music. Lorenzo, he's our head of engineering with over a decade of experience in software and data engineering, always creating new effects and music of his own, utilizing his expertise in machine learning. He's been a founder before. And then we have Will, he's our COO. He has a decade of industry experience as an agent of Paradigm. That's one of the largest talent agencies in the world. And he has a fresh Haas MBA from UC Berkeley. Now, we have made our first label partners, Black Planet Music, and their roster includes artists that write for the top artists in the world, along with a handful of singing, dancing TikTok phenoms like Renee Harmony with over 500,000 followers. We're talking with other successful labels and artists as we speak. So we have the team, the vision, and our first label partners. In the next 6 months, getting our first product out for user feedback, we're seeking more artists and partners to collaborate with. We need to contract an expert in front-end development for the MVP. The design needs to be 100%, and for that, we are looking to raise $50K in pre-seed. So we're aiming to have 200 plus artists on our platform within a year. Now, we know our users are their fans, and this is why we're trying to do that. Dolby Atmosphere and spatial audio is now, and interactive music, Starchild is the future. So if you want to be a part of it, please contact us. My email is right here on the slide, brian@starchildmusic.ai. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brian and Starchild. We'll move on to Hotshot. Dan, your turn.
Yeah, thanks, Valeria. And hi, everyone. My name is Danish, and I'm the CEO of Hotshot. We help creators go viral through content repurposing. I want you to meet May. She runs a very famous podcast around indie music, and she also heads an agency named Made in India, which helps upcoming creators in production and marketing. At Hotshot, we deeply care for creators, and that's why we started a journey with interviewing creators like May to understand their biggest problems and how we could help. The biggest challenge for May is around content repurposing, how she does it every day in hopes of finding new audiences. And that takes 15% of her production cost and 25% of her precious working hours. Now, you may be wondering, what is content repurposing and why is it so crucial for May? Repurposing content simply means taking one content piece and reusing it somewhere else. Every content piece is an investment for creators, and repurposing lets them make the most out of their investment. Make creates snippets out of our long-form content for short-form platforms like TikTok, Reels, and Shorts, and that gives her engagement a bump of 75%. Let's see the problem at scale. 73% of over 200 million creators struggle with getting discovered. 82% of creators do the crucial task of repurposing manually almost every day, which costs them money or resources. And 43% would invest in external help if given a chance. And that's a head-on-fire problem, which we plan to solve with Hotshot, a one-stop shop for creators to repurpose their content more efficiently and get discovered faster. Let's see how May would use Hotshot. It starts with the first feature, our MVP, addressing the creator's biggest challenge, that is, making snippets from a long-form content. Our AI picks the juiciest part every time, excluding assumptions while saving time and money. Then she picks up templates based on tens of different trends going on all the social platforms today, like unique caption styles, audio effects, hashtag challenges, and much more. This helps creators tap into the traffic algorithms and go viral faster. After that, she gets all the metadata like title, description, or even thumbnail automatically through AI. And finally, a simple dashboard for her to understand her social health and take control over her growth. And that's a long-term vision. A dashboard to create and manage all your content, which holds your hand from creation till distribution. We will predict what's going to go viral and how creators could take advantage of that. Other than the unique features, what sets us apart is a combination of creator understanding and tech experience in the team. I have launched features for creators at TikTok itself, and I have connections in creator community throughout the world. I have also been part of the founding team for Rezo and SoundOn, where I built a one-of-a-kind virality prediction tool. And I have seen the startup journey of multiple billion-dollar companies. Al Akbar is a tech genius, a PhD researcher in AI. He's the founder and head of AI Labs in Azerbaijan. He has worked on products that affected millions of users, and he boasts a decade of experience in software development. So why now? Well, it's not a secret that creator economy will touch $500 billion by 2027. And we speak creator language very well. Creator tools industry in itself is going through the AI revolution, and we have the experience of launching advanced tech products. And finally, the creators themselves are going to continue to grow and contribute to the economy. We love and jam very well with creators across all hotbeds globally. The market opportunity is huge. There are over 200 million creators currently, out of which 164 million do repurposing in one form or another. 10% of those are making revenue today, and around 1.6 million are small and mid-scale enterprises, which is our beachhead market. As I said, these are very exciting times in creator tools industry, but we are placed uniquely in the competition landscape. Our AI model picks the viral snippets every time. And along with that, we follow multiple trends to give creators ready templates for all social media platforms. So look at it like this. Our unfair advantage is not the AI, but an AI which is based on data from content trends. While repurposing solves creators' biggest challenge today, it also gets us data to make our platform be trend aware and predict what content is going to work and what not. Our subscription model is simple to follow and differentiated on the basis of usage, features, and platforms. We are very focused on enterprise solutions, and that usually costs between $100 to $500 per month. Today, we are raising $400,000, which is to be distributed between engineering and operations. At first, we want to hire the team, spend in infrastructure, and launch beta within this year. Our journey has been very fast and exciting till now, and we want to continue that. We started in May interviewing creators, managers, and founders. We have already demoed our MVP to all our potential customers and enterprises such as Luminary, Made in India, and Spotify. And let me tell you, they were stoked by it. That's all I could squeeze in 5 minutes, but if you're anywhere near the creator economy, then we would love to get in a room with you and chat more. My name is Danish, and I'm the CEO of Hotshot. Thank you for listening today.
Thank you very much, Dan. Next up, we have Corey, Evolving Voices.
Thank you, Valeria. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Corey Loftus, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Evolving Voices. We are an AI hardware company creating intelligent audio synthesis for musicians. To get started, I would like to introduce you to the world of Eurorack. Eurorack is a modular synthesizer format where users build their own electronic instruments with modules. You can think of it like Lego for sound. There are around 15,000 modules to choose from, costing up to $1,000 each. There's a dedicated community of users that are really eager for new ideas and extremely invested in their craft. Paul here is a typical Eurorack user who also happens to play the piano. His favorite piece is Hungarian Rhapsody No. 2. Let's listen to a passage. Paul wonders what this would sound like on his Eurorack. So he connects his keyboard to his modular synth and he plays it again. Well, that's not exactly what he wanted it to sound like. Paul realizes, like most Eurorack users, that his instrument is monophonic. This means the highlighted section here called the synth voice can only play one note at a time. The passage we heard has 6. So Paul starts searching for a solution to expand his system into one that has polyphony. Creating polyphony in Eurorack is usually done by purchasing multiple versions of the voice you already have. This can obviously be really expensive. And even if users are willing to spend the money, the instrument becomes extremely complicated. This rigid bullet point here speaks to standalone polyphonic modules that don't allow users to work with modules they have already purchased. This is where Evolving Voices' first module, Polymorph, comes in. Paul simply connects his instrument and keyboard to Polymorph and plays his favorite passage again. Let's listen. This is exactly the kind of module that the Eurorack community needs. With Polymorph and just a couple of cables, every Eurorack system can be multiplied. This has never been accomplished before. In Polymorph, we use machine learning algorithms for pitch shifting and changing the tone of the original source. We are just now able to embed this technology into small hardware devices due to more efficient algorithms and faster chips. The timing is great. People around the world are eager to leverage AI in their own creations. We are literally putting this power at their fingertips. We have received significant interest and validation from the Eurorack community already. Influencers like DivKid with over 10 million views on YouTube are enthusiastic about our solution. The path is clear to early adopters and we are confident in our product market fit. Let me introduce the team behind Evolving Voices. Dimitri, our brilliant CTO, brings expertise in machine learning and artificial intelligence and has over a decade of experience bringing hardware devices to market. He's worked on a wide range of products, including high-grade audio equipment. I have started multiple businesses and bring a deep understanding of the industry with over 15 years of experience as an artist, producer, and audio engineer. Together, we have over 40 years of combined music tech experience, and we are just getting started. Polymorph is our first product, and we have more in the works. We are excited to create a family of Eurorack modules. All of our modules will build off of the foundation that we have with Polymorph and leverage AI to support human creativity with sound and music. But this is just the beginning. Evolving Voices is more than a Eurorack company. Our plan over the next few years is to develop core foundational technologies with our modules in order to combine them into intelligent musical instruments of the future. We have too many ideas for me to discuss here today, so we would love to talk to you in the Discord session afterwards. By establishing ourselves as leaders in intelligent audio synthesis, starting with Eurorack, we will expand to create a diverse range of standalone instruments. The global music instrument market presents a great opportunity valued over $14 billion. To bring our vision to life, we are seeking an initial funding of $250,000. This investment will enable us to finish research and development, manufacture our first 500 units, and cover 1 year of operational costs. This funding will jumpstart our journey towards creating an exciting and profitable intelligent musical instrument company for many years to come. Thank you again for joining us today. If you are interested in Evolving Voices or have any further questions, please get in touch. Again, I'm Corey Loftus. We are Evolving Voices, and we are creating intelligent audio synthesis for musicians. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Corey. Next company is Ecolair. Jay, it's your turn.
Thank you, Valerio. Just give me 1 second. All right. Hello, my name is Jay, and I want to talk about Ecolair today, a platform for generating sound sample variations for music creators. Before we talk about what we are doing, it's important to know who we are and why are we doing this. We are a team of 3 co-founders. Sai, our CTO, comes with 5 years of experience in machine learning and engineering. He was one of the few audio AI researchers at Zoom and has multiple papers and patents to his name. Marshid, our CIO, also comes from a machine learning background. She has done her master's in music AI and has a published paper on sound variation generation. My name is Jay and I am the CEO. I'm a graduate of Musicians Institute from Los Angeles and have actively been a part of the music industry for the last 12 years. My experience with products and partnerships fits right into our core. As a team, we bring together a unique blend of technical expertise, industry experience, and a deep understanding of the music domain. Now let's take a minute and talk about music production. This is my favorite analogy. Music production is like painting a canvas. A painter combines paint colors and brushstrokes just the way a producer combines sounds and melodies to create a unique art form. Since 2018, we have seen a tremendous growth in the number of songs being released every day, with the current number being 120,000 releases per day. However, the sounds aren't unique enough. Let's hear these examples. I would request you to focus on the first few seconds. I hope you notice that these songs sound the same. Let's understand why. Music producers create their own sound samples or they use external libraries such as Splice and many more. The sound samples you heard in the previous slide are taken from a Splice sample pack. According to Bloomberg, Splice provides 5 million samples, which are used 400 million times every month. This one sample pack on Splice was downloaded 2.5 million times in 2021, and it only consisted of 147 sound samples. Can you imagine the overuse? One of the multiple users we spoke to, Dan, a music producer, said, "The sound library I have access to is overused and limited. I end up spending hours on each project to create new variations. I find the process extremely time-consuming." The problem is quite clear. Producers are looking for newer, unique sounds that inspire them. Hence, Ecolair was born. It's a desktop application for generating sound sample variations for music creators such as Dan. Our product empowers Dan with unique variations from existing sound samples, inspiring creativity. It automates the process of generating professional sounds, saving him the time and effort. To deliver on our values, we train our algorithms on licensed data sets from professional sample catalog owners. Let's take a look at Dan's workflow. Dan can select any input file from his library. Let's hear this input file. Dan has selected the Middle Eastern generator. He gets multiple variations in the increasing order of energy. Let's hear some examples. He can further fine-tune these variations. In the library section, Dan can save all his favorite samples and select any to regenerate more variations using Ecolair. For our long-term vision, we want to help creators build their unique sound. And to build on that vision, our MVP includes drum instrument variations. We would extend that to other melodic instruments and sound effects and provide cloud storage to our customers over the next few years. We looked into the market and found multiple competitors which allow users to alter the sound sample. Some do not offer different instruments as input files, while others only allow a manual process to alter the sound, which is time-consuming. Most of the time, these users organize these samples on other third-party tools or on their computers. Ecolair does it all for them. We're looking at the music creation software industry for our TAM valued at $4.2 billion with a CAGR of 7.3%. For our early adopters, we're targeting creators using drum samples. We offer a 3-tier subscription model, Essential, Premium, and Ultimate plans priced at $9.19 and $29 a month each. We also have an enterprise plan as a custom solution for large catalog owners. We serve as their product extension on a revenue share basis. We are raising $250,000 for our pre-seed round to scale up the product and bring more value. The amount will be spent on product development, that is for curating data sets and building a user-friendly product, hiring a sound designer, and operational costs such as legal and cloud computing. Once again, we are EchoLayer, a platform for generating sound sample variations for music creators. If you're interested in our product, we look forward to talking to you over Discord.
Thanks a lot, Jay. We'll move on to Newton. Kristen, your turn.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here for our demo day. Newtone is a smart music sketchbook app to record and develop your musical ideas easily anywhere in seconds. I'm excited to show you what we're working on, but first, let's get to know our co-founding team. We share over 30 years in music, audio, and AI. Thomas, our CEO, is a music and audio researcher with a PhD in music information retrieval and a background in data science, prototyping audio algorithms, and deployment. Philippa, our CTO, is a full-stack music tech developer and doctor of music with an extensive music composition background. I'm Kristen, our COO, an artist, musician, pro audio nerd with an audio production diploma and experience in music instrument and equipment supply chain. We have the capacity to build a simple, lovable, complete product with unique intellectual property entirely in-house. To do this, we conducted interviews with music creators at any experience level. We learned that creativity often occurs in some basic stages: a flow stage, development stage, and sharing stage. When creators make music, it's difficult to capture ideas quickly without access to instruments. Organizational tasks and creatively limited tools lead to writer's block, so ultimately ideas get lost. This is a problem for Grace. Grace values expressing herself and sharing her creativity. She lives for band practice and loves writing songs. For Grace, hitting record as quickly as possible is the best way to capture ideas. With Newtone, she can capture ideas easily anywhere in seconds. Maintaining momentum can also be a challenge for Grace. She usually works out harmony on an instrument, but might not be sure what should come next and leave the idea for another day. With Newtone, she can turn beatbox directly into drums. She's not limited to chords that she knows how to play. She can develop different variations to use in her project or skip the whole production process and create an accompaniment on the spot. Grace connects with people by sharing her creativity. Sending ideas to bandmates and connecting with fans helps her feel confident about the direction of her creations. Let's watch an idea take form. With Newtone, it's easy to start recording.
No shelter in the bay, lighthouse on the shore fading out. Storm surging, tide rising, smashing my heart.
Then immediately develop it with an accompaniment.
No shelter in the bay, lighthouse on the shore fading out. Storm surging, tide rising, smashing my heart.
Then keep that variation and continue recording and exploring. Anyone can capture and review ideas with Newtone for free. Users subscribe for musical development features, and pro plans have deeper customization options. There are adjusted rates for team memberships. Every week, there are more companies announcing new music creation tools. Even TikTok, Meta, and Google are developing music AI. But other music editing software makes music creators face knowledge barriers or sacrifice their creative control. Newtone features intuitive ease of use with high creative control, since results are really based on your own melodies. People like Grace are realizing the potential impact of these new tools. AI is changing how we live, work, and create. Generative music tech is progressing, and the market for assistive tools is evolving. People are adopting new workflows in a smart revolution. With that, we're on the cusp of massive growth in the creator economy. By 2024, 100 million more creators will enter the market for 33% growth over 1 year. In 10 years, the creator market will surge, and we believe those 400 million creators will become billions. Nearly 1 in 4 people already contribute to the creator economy, making it over 100 billion total market. The music editing software market is currently 4 billion with a growth rate at 7%. Our first focus is improving flow for songwriters with our music sketchbook app. At Newtone, we're connecting people to their creativity. Our mission is to build tools that help people capture ideas and foster creative flow. We're seeking $200,000 to enable development over the next year of our first music sketchbook app. This will support our founding team through early startup stages, allow onboarding of a mobile developer, and bring the app to users via App Store release. Thank you for listening today. If NewTone excites you, please connect with us at contact@newtone.io and come have a chat in Discord. Cheers.
Thanks a lot, Kristen. So Newton was the last company presenting today. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and I'm going to give you instructions on how to proceed next. Fernando, please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can.
Fantastic. So we saw the 10 pitch presentations, and so that was part one of this demo day session. Part two, as I anticipated earlier, is all about networking. It's going to be more or less like 40 minutes. And as I said earlier, it's going to be on Discord, the Sound of AI Accelerator Discord server. So in order to join here, I fleshed out like 4 different steps. First of all, you should join the Sound of AI Accelerator Discord if you haven't done so. And Fernando is currently sharing the link that you can use to sign up into the Sound of AI Accelerator Discord. If you don't have Discord installed, it's not a problem. You should be able to use directly the browser version. Then you'll find in the Discord 1 startup per voice channel, and you can get in and out all of this voice channels and start to talk like with the people and startups you are interested in. The whole session will end at 8 p.m. Central European time. That's 11 a.m. Pacific time, but startups are going to stay for longer. So if you want to hang out a little bit more, feel free to. Now, let me show you how you can actually use Discord. So you see here we are in Discord. So you'll see that there are a bunch of different channels here, right? And these have like the name of the different companies, and they are ordered in alphabetical order. So you can just like join. And in order to join, you just like click, try to double click. If you double click, then you also activate your screen, and you'll see also like other people and their cameras as well. And if you want to move like to another one, you just like confirm and you move into another company like this. And if you want to disconnect, you have this button down here. You just disconnect and that's it. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so thank you so much for staying and for joining us for demo day of the Sound of AI Accelerator. It's been